Hey.
Where are you, WheezyWaiter?
Currently visiting my fiance's family.
Oh, that explains the unfamiliar scenery.
Why do you always choose words with R's and L's in them?
Please reserve your critical observations, WheezyWaiter.
I'm sorry.
Apology acknowledged.
You see, you could have said apology accepted.
Yours truly is growing perturbed.
Okay.
WheezyWaiter.
It's time for Life Tips with WheezyWaiter. That's me! No, I need my head. Bring it back and make a copy. That's better. What do you want to be when you grow up? According to a list I found on about.com using my magic Google skills. Yeah, I can Google. So, lots of kids want to be an astronaut, doctor, fireman, policeman, actor, you know, the classics. But I have a theory. I think a lot of kids want to be these things because these are the jobs that these kids actually see people doing, and these are the jobs they can easily understand, at least they think they can. For the most part, I don't think these kids or even some adults truly understand what goes into performing these jobs, or the training required, or what it feels like to do the job. And many kids don't even understand what it's like to be an adult, with adult bills to pay, and adult expectations, and adult time, and adult movies. I've said too much. And you probably don't even know when you are actually an adult. The grow up part of the question, what do you want to do when you grow up, is problematic. Because what does it mean to be grown up? According to US law, it's when you turn 18, because that's when you can move out of your parents' house and ruin your lungs by smoking and ruin your pocketbook by gambling. But it varies from different state and different country. So, what? And in many places, you're still not old enough to do the best adult thing. Purchase alcohol. Get drunk. Don't drink, kids. Stay in school, exercise, study hard, invest in a Roth IRA. At 65, cash in and then retire someplace nice. Stay in touch with friends and family, then die. Also eat your vegetables. Any hoobastank, when I turned 18, I did what many people do. I moved out of my parents' house and I went to college. This is a visual representation of moving out. It's metaphorical. I surrounded myself with other people who just moved out at 18 and went to college. We were just a bunch of dumb kids trying to figure out how the world works. I certainly didn't feel like an adult. How does grass work? It's night or next day right now. I don't know how. We're a bunch of idiots. During college, I formed a band with some dudes, and then after college, moved to Chicago and waited tables and played rock shows. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I certainly didn't feel like an adult at that point. I started making silly videos and putting them on the internet, which led to my job now, which is doing this. Oh, yeah. Do it.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Does that look like adult behavior to you? You could say you're an adult once you become truly independent, once you can support yourself with your own money and make your own decisions with your own mind brain and navigate the world like the super individual creature that you are. I disagree. I do those things. I'm my own boss. I rent an apartment. A pretty lady agreed to marry me. I own a dog, and I manage that dog's poop schedule. While managing my own, I don't manage my fiance's poop schedule. I'm too busy already, managing 2 other poop schedules. To be fair, my fiance helps manage the dog's poop schedule. She's my number 2. I'm her number 2? No. But none of these things make me feel like an adult. These are just my current set of variables in the RSS feed of life. Metaphor. You know what ruins metaphors? Calling out metaphors. At no specific point do you stop changing, stop learning, stop trying. If you think there is, then you're going to have a bad time because the entire world is changing. I guess Dick Clark didn't change for decades there, but that's the exception. Not only are the people around you going to change, laws are changing, economies are changing, technology is changing, nature is changing, the moon's orbit is changing, the Earth's orbit around the sun is changing, the entire universe is changing. We're in the middle of an orgy of millions of processes and cycles, so the what and the be parts of the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, are problematic. How can you even be one thing? You stopped listening after I said orgy, didn't you? If we set our sights on being one thing, we are simplifying this whole process and probably setting ourselves up for disappointment, or an expectation that the world will give us what we want. Having goals is fine, especially in soccer. But just be ready to change those goals as everything else changes. One thing I've learned is that it's really hard to predict what's going to happen in a few years' time. So maybe the question shouldn't be what do you want to be when you grow up, but how do you want to behave as you age? Because likely the only thing you'll be in control of is how you behave. So if you want to be an astronaut, take classes, learn the science, be physically fit, learn how to say cool things like, Houston, we have a problem. But also maybe focus on being a positive, happy person no matter what. Because what if the economy of the world changes and we can't go into space anymore? Or everyone is going into space now, and so you can't even make money doing it because it's fully automated and habit-a-bib. If that happens, you might not be able to be an astronaut, but at least you can control whether or not you're pretty cool. And I'd want to have a drink with you. If you're an adult. Don't drink. Stay in school. See, there's the fiance I was talking about. Hey. Hi. And the doggy. Oh, this is the doggy. Oh, this is the doggy. Oh, WheezyWaiter. In this video I mentioned my band. We're called Driftless Pony Club, and we're going on tour to the East Coast to all of these places. Links to tickets in the doobly-doo. We're playing with awesome people like Andrew Wong, Rob Scallon, Harry and the Potters, and that guy who interviewed the president, Hank Green. So tickets might sell out, so you might want to go buy the tickets. Also, I've been working on trying to be pretty cool as I age, so I will be meeting you if you want to meet me after the shows. So, yeah. Been practicing my greetings. Sup? Name's Craig. Nice to meet you. How's that? Probably need to work on it a little.